Hello, my friends. Welcome. We are back. It's Tuesday night. This is the Transformed Livecast. I'm your host, Adam Shibley. I'm excited to have you. We took last week off for spring break. I had a lovely spring break in freezing cold Charleston, South Carolina. I'm not hating on you, Charleston. I heard it was cold all along the South, so no biggie. We still had a great time. So you got the week off from me last week, so I have double energy for you this week on the Tuesday night Transformed Livecast. Now, I will be doing a Tuesday night t-shirt giveaway. I'm going to give away a couple of t-shirts. I'll give you some instructions on that probably about midway through the session tonight, the coaching session. So, welcome. I'm excited to be here. Tonight, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, one of the topics that I think can help you the most. This is the cheat bank strategy. I'm going to tell you how to implement it. I'm going to give you 5 takeaways on how you can implement a cheat bank strategy into your game plan right away, starting right now, so that you can get better results. Now, when we talk about cheating on your nutrition plan, that is one of the most common danger zones that people have when I survey clients or I survey the people on my email list. I say, hey, what trips you up? What gives you the most problem? And really, it's just being consistent with your nutrition, being consistent and not cheating on your diet and blowing it and going into that downward spirals in that crash and burn situation. So the cheat bank strategy is a winner. I try to implement it with all the people that I work with, all my clients, all my coaching clients, all my in-town clients here at my gym. Check this out, guys. It's light outside. Daylight savings. Thank you. It's light outside. I just had to do a little aside there. Tuesday night, Transform Livecast aside. Anyway, cheat bank strategy. All right, here's what we got. I'm going to cover how the cheat bank works, how to set it up, and then I'm going to give you 5 takeaways on how to implement it right away and get this going. Here we go. So, the cheat bank, it's all about putting you in control over your nutrition so that your nutrition doesn't control you. So you aren't just blowing the diet, like I said, going to that crash and burn scenario and then starting over and doing it over and over and over again, wasting time, money, effort, blowing out your willpower and your dedication to your fitness and health long term. So here we go, the cheat bank. I'm going to flip the cam. We're going to talk about the cheat bank. I'm going to show you how to set up a 4-week cheat bank. I like 4-week game plans. You guys know this if you've watched some of my videos or listened to my podcast. I'm a big fan of 4 weeks because you can kind of game plan for that. You know what's going on usually the next 4 weeks. You always have a few curveballs in there, but going out 6 months or a year, we can set big goals like that. But as far as specific game plans, things just change too often in that time period. So I like a 4-week plan. We're going to set up a 4-week cheat bank. So the first thing you need to do is you're going to pick how many cheat meals. Really? Okay, let's rewind that for a second, all right? The first thing you need to do is commit to a nutrition plan. So you have the rules. You know what rules you are playing by. All right, you can't just do a cheat bank and be like, well, I'm just trying to eat healthier and I'm going to do a cheat bank. I need specifics so we know what is a cheat. Because I have certain programs where eating chicken thighs would be considered a cheat. But I have other programs that are higher in fat, more of a paleo, more of a keto-based plan, where chicken thighs are perfectly okay. So you have to define the rules of the game you're playing by defining and committing to a specific and dedicated nutrition plan. That's the first step. Then we're going to set up how many cheat meals you're going to take in the next 4 weeks. All right, so I'm going to flip the cam. On the board here, you'll see I've set us up for 4 cheat meals, and that's just a generic response there. It could be 8, it could be 12, it could be 2, it could be 0. It's going to vary based on your goals. A good starting place is 1 cheat meal average per week. All right, that way it just gives you a place to start, and you will be able to tweak it and dial it in and adjust from there. So we're going to use a 4-meal cheat bank in this example. Now, they may look like the following. So I've got 4 cheat examples here. You're going to be mapping these out in advance. So you're going to look ahead 4 weeks and say, all right, when am I going to use my 4 cheat meals? This is part of the empowerment. You are in control over this. You aren't just waiting for some moment to happen where you crash and burn. You're actually looking ahead and saying, all right, I am going to take my cheat meals on these specific days because this is where I can make it count, and I just need to cut loose with my nutrition on these days. So cheat one would be a date night as an example. You take your spouse out, have a good time. Cheat number two, kid's birthday party, good time. It's a good use of cheat. Cheat number three, we're saying is a work event. So, you've got, food catered in to the office place, or there's an event that you have to attend, and there's limited options. You want to cut loose or have some drinks or something like that. In this example, we are leaving cheat number 4 open. A lot of my clients like to do that. They'll book, if they're doing, 8 cheats, they'll book 6 to 7 of them. If they have 4 cheats, they'll book 3 of them. Leave 1 or 2 open that you can just use if you want to. Now, you don't have to use it. So let me emphasize that. You don't have to use all these. If the work event gets canceled, you don't have to cheat anyway. You can just bank that one. It's not like minutes, like rollover minutes, all right? So that's important. We're not doing rollover minutes. So the cheats, like I said, if you don't use them, they're there, and that's a big victory. So if you have a cheat left over at the end of the month, you say, hey, I didn't use it. I could have, but I didn't. That's pretty empowering. That's going to give you some mojo right there. That's going to give you some nice positive momentum. So just think about that. So hopefully you're starting to grasp the concept of we are looking out into the future, 4 weeks, trying to analyze when we could best use those cheats. And then if we don't use them, that's okay too. But we're in control. We are empowered. And since a lot of people have a problem with the cheat system, so many people, there's really 2 schools out there. One is don't cheat at all, stick to your plan, never cheat. And that usually leads to a crash and burn because eventually you slip up, and then it's this huge failure moment, and boom, downward spiral we go, crash and burn, start over, gain all your weight back. Then there's the other school of people that cheat on a specific day every week. And it's usually like, Sunday's my cheat day, I cheat all day long. I don't like that either. I feel like you shouldn't just cheat because it's a day. All right, I feel like that's not a good use of a cheat meal. So I feel like you should, make it count. So in the example, I'll show you again. In the example on the board, there's a date night with a spouse. There's a kid's birthday party. There's a work event. These are things that could happen on any day of the week. It doesn't have to be every week on Sunday. You take your cheat meals. It's every, on days that count, on these moments that are kind of special, or a day that you just want to cut loose. Now, let's talk about cheat meals versus cheat days. You can have a cheat day, but your cheat bank is made up of meals. So you can have an 8-meal cheat bank and cheat 3 times and have a full cheat day, but that counts as 3 meals out of your bank. So some people are like, oh, I like to take a full cheat day. Cool, just divide it up into meals, and that's how you track it. All right, so hopefully that's making sense. So as you watch this, if you're going live, if this is making sense, then give me some thumbs up, all right? Next up, we're going to cover 5 key takeaways and just things to think about with this cheat bank concept. Here we go. All right, number 1, the key takeaway concept is you are planning this out in advance. This is important. You are thinking in advance, and you are gaining control over your nutrition, all right, because you are planning it out. Again, you are controlling your diet. Your diet isn't controlling you. So good cheat versus bad cheat. A bad cheat is the situation where you're stressed out at work, and then you sit in your car, go through the drive-thru, and eat a bucket of KFC, crying and freaking out. That's a bad cheat. That's bad use of cheat. Good use of cheat is you look 4 weeks in advance and say, hey, I'm going to take my wife out for a date night, and we're going to go out and have some wine afterwards or whatever. That's a great use of a cheat. It's a special moment. You're cutting loose, and you're planning it in advance. You're in control. That's important. You're in control. All right. Now, number 2 takeaway, you are accountable. You are accountable to the bank as long as you are staying true to it. So the cheat bank doesn't mean a damn thing if you aren't recording these and tracking and counterbalancing and looking, okay, it's just like your bank account. You don't overdraw your bank account, right? So you have to be accountable. And if you are, it's magic because you get to measure and say, all right, this last month I took 4 cheat meals. Whoops, I gained 5 pounds. I need to take 1 cheat meal or 2 cheat meals off of that. You're going to learn what you can get away with. Or maybe you take 4 cheat meals and it's like, hey, I lost 10 pounds. hell yes, this is great. This is working. Maybe I can take another cheat meal and still lose 5 pounds. So you get to see what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. Super important. All right? So you are accountable to the cheat bank. Number 3, we are eliminating those bad cheats like I talked about. You're not sitting in the truck eating a bucket of KFC crying about somebody that yelled at you at work. You are mapping these things out. Number 4, you are in control. The food is not in control of you. You are in control. And then number 5, this whole scenario creates a positive mental conversation. Now, what do I mean by that? A positive mental conversation that I see my clients struggle with, all right? They just cheat and they'll say, and then there's no repercussion. They just say, oh, I just messed up. But I always cheat on Sunday, so I'm going to take that day too. So let's say it's Wednesday. So I got kind of close with the camera there. When I flip the camera, I get like this. That should be some nice screenshot material for you guys out there that like to do that and make fun of me. So the mental conversation. The nice thing is that it makes you think about what's going on. A bad situation, like I said, let's say it's Wednesday and someone brings pizza into work. That a-hole orders pizza at work and it's sitting there and you're like, I want to eat me some pizza. And you do. And you're like, uh-oh, that was a mess up day, but I always cheat on Sunday, so I'm going to cheat on Sunday too. This is just a mess up day, that doesn't count. Yeah, it does. When you come and do your weigh-in, it's going to count. All right, that body fat's going to be up or that weight's going to be up or whatever. And I'm not saying you can't splurge every once in a while. You have to be accountable. You have to count it, all right? That is the part of being accountable. You have to count the cheats. So the cheat bank it creates this positive conversation that happens inside your dome piece here. And it's, okay, someone brought pizza in today. It's Wednesday. I wasn't planning on taking a cheat today. I can, but what happens? What has to happen? We have to balance things out. I was going to take my wife out for a dinner on Friday night. I can choose to not cheat there and cheat today instead. But, is that worth it? Is that worth it question pops up. And you're like, damn, I'm accountable to this. I'm not just going to blow my cheat bank. And it just creates this mental conversation like I talked about. And you're like, okay, I'm learning. I'm thinking about this. It's not getting emotional anymore. I'm not just emotionally reacting to the situation. Like, pizza, yes, I'm in. It's, okay, I can do this now, but I have to give something else up later. And is that worth it? All right? So it's pretty cool. All right, so quick recap. Cheat bank. I like a 4-week plan. In this example, we're doing 4 cheat meals. In the example I gave you, cheat 1 was a date night. Cheat 2 was a kid's birthday party. Cheat 3 was a work event. And cheat 4 we left open. Mandy May Ferris is on the live cast. She is a big fan of keeping an open cheat out there in case she gets hit up for a hot date. Right, Mandy? Give me a thumbs up. You know you want to. But she has really rocked this whole concept, and it's produced great results for her. No, all jokes aside. So then, the 5 key takeaways. We're planning in advance. You are accountable to the cheat bank. You are eliminating bad emotional cheats. You are in control. You have a plan. The cheats are a part of the plan, so you don't have to stress out about that anymore. All right? And then there's that positive mental conversation that is happening because you're thinking about all this stuff. Super important. All right, now, some things to think about, some takeaways. All right? We've already talked about takeaways. I'm going to give you some more. How to implement the cheat bank. I've got a couple of routes you can take here. I've got some nice free material. If you go to my website, www.transformationcoach.me, there it is, right there. www.transformationcoach.me, there it is. If you go there on the homepage, you will see a download for a free Defeat the Cheat course. In that course, I've got a whole video series that maps out the cheat bank. I've got a download for how to set up a cheat bank. You just fill it in. It is easy. It's simple. It'll help you a ton. I want you guys to not just be entertained by my goofy faces and doing screenshots and things like that. I know you have a good time with that, but I want you to apply this because you deserve to give this a shot because I think it's a winner. It's a game changer. It'll help you get better results. So you can do that. You can also download the battle plan workbook, also on my homepage, transformationcoach.me. That one will show you how to set up a more broad 4-week plan, which includes a cheat bank. It doesn't have the descriptive videos, though, so you can do both, see what works for you. You'll get the battle plan workbook within the Defeat the Cheat course. That is good as well. Also, I've got a challenge that I'm putting out there that we're going to start on the 3rd of April. We're going to do a 14-day clean eating Defeat the Cheat challenge within my Defeat the Cheat Facebook group. All right, you can go to www.defeatthecheat.com, and that will redirect you to my Facebook group. Set up a little custom link for that. How you like that? And just go to defeatthecheat.com, and you can make sure you are a member of that group. It's free. And we're going to, on April 3rd, we're going to do a 14-day clean eating Defeat the Cheat challenge, where we're going to set up a cheat bank for the month. And the first 2 weeks of that, we are going to go clean through, no cheats, and support each other and get a lot of momentum. I know a lot of us have been on spring break, and sometimes that can lead to some sips of alcohol and some treats and some things that normally aren't in our diet. So we need to ramp up and start getting that summer body ready. Operation Summer Hotness, right? Okay, we've got some free t-shirts to give away. I've got my nice, don't make fun of me, this is going to be backwards, and I realize that, but it says transformed, just like the Livecast, all right? And then it's in these nice green color, St. Patrick's Day. And I've got green and gray. I've got shirts that we're going to give away. So tomorrow, I'll give you till tomorrow at high noon. I need a share. So if you share this video, if you share the replay, I'm going to post the replay immediately. If you share the replay and just toss a comment out there, recommending, saying, hey, this is pretty cool, Adam knows what he's talking about, or whatever. He makes funny faces, make fun of him, whatever it takes. Just give it a share on your page, leave a comment, and you'll be entered into the drawing. I will take everybody that shares, and we'll do a drawing for a free t-shirt. If you're on Instagram, you can tag me, transformationcoach.me. You can tag me on any post between now and 12 noon tomorrow, which is Wednesday, all right? And I will draw a winner from that as well. So tag me in a post of you working out or meal prepping or doing something healthy with fitness. Just tag transformationcoach.me and give me a shout out on Instagram, on the IG, all right? And I will choose another winner from there. So I'm going to give away 2 t-shirts by 12 noon tomorrow. So you can do a share on the replay with this Livecast, or you can do an Instagram shout out by 12 noon tomorrow. All right. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you tuning in, whether you tune in live or on the replay. I love live casting. I love connecting with you guys. I love coaching. I'm a coach at heart. I love I know that these things make a difference. For somebody like Mandy, she has been rocking her battle plan workbook, doing the cheat bank for almost a year in a row now. It's made a big, big difference. I know it's a game changer. It can help you. I really just want to help you reclaim control over your nutrition. You deserve that, and it's intimidating. But once you get some momentum going, and you get that control, and you're like, damn, I've got this, and it's cool. It's a really cool place to be. So you deserve that. I want it for you, and we're going to make it happen. All right? Thanks for tuning in to the Transformed Livecast. I'll be back next week. All right? Make sure you guys check out my podcast, the TransformationCoach.me podcast. Say hello in my Defeat the Cheat group, defeatthecheat.com, or just give me a comment. Let me know if you have requests for upcoming podcasts, livecasts, whatever you want me to talk on a topic. Let me know what that is. I am out of here. We'll see you next week for the Transformed Livecast.